Today I'd like to speak with you just a little bit about our core values here at Havenwood. We have 4 core values that are key to really everything that we do. We hire based on our 4 core values. We promote based on that. We make sure that it's part of the way that we interact with our students. We want it to be part of the way that we interact with parents also. So the 4 core values are grit, growth, trusting relationships, and extreme ownership. If I could, I'll just talk about those for a few minutes. So grit is the idea that you don't just give up when things get tough. Somebody who is gritty is able to push through difficulty. Somebody that can handle working with our sometimes difficult teens, getting stumped by not knowing what to do in a particular group, but going out and finding the answers perhaps on their own. It's somebody that, or a quality that somebody might have where instead of running into a log jam and saying, well, I can't get this task done, they find a way to overcome. That's gritty. We're looking for gritty people to work with us. We're trying to inspire grit with our teenage girls. Growth speaks to the idea that we're never just stagnant, just kind of holding a place. We're either growing or we're dying. There is no in between. And we don't want to be on the dying part of the equation. So growth can be financial for sure, but it can also just be simply learning new things. That somebody that doesn't ever look to improve themselves by reading a new book or listening to a podcast or having a conversation that's impactful and meaningful, or doesn't ever want to learn in school, that's really not somebody that fits with us. We believe that we're growing or dying, and we want to be growing at all times. Trusting relationships, I think that's fairly understandable. Trusting relationships has to do with not always getting it right, but being able to be trustworthy because we can repair when we get it wrong. So connection and break and repair, that cycle, we kind of do it in a diagram with with connection and break and repair. You're going through that at all times. We need to be able to repair, to have trust in relationships. It's not always about necessarily doing exactly what you said you were going to do. Maybe you forget or something like that, but it is about fixing those mistakes as they come up. And it's about being trustworthy, that when you speak something, though you might forget some things sometimes, you're a truthful person. So trusting relationships. And then finally, extreme ownership. There is nothing about what we do at Havenwood that has place for somebody saying, that's not my job. So, the cook gets sick. We're looking for everybody to kind of jump to and say, well, heck, I can probably make a meal, and not that we need everybody to do that. We have backup plans. But those that extreme own everything that's going on, that are frustrated when we miss communication with a parent, even though perhaps that's not the issue of a frontline coach, they want to make sure that we're always doing a good job with parents. When they own it in that way and feel frustration by us having a misstep, that's extreme ownership. And we want folks that come to Havenwood extreme owning every aspect of what we do. Those 4 values, as I say, impact how we hire people. So when I call and do background reference checks on a clinical director or a frontline coach, I'm asking about grit. Gritty experiences that they've seen with folks, growth that they see as a value for that person, trusting relationships, and extreme ownership.